What do you want from me? I'm serious. I've never felt more betrayed by my own creation in my whole entire existence as a man or God. I made you all. Listen carefully. God Almighty here. I made you all. I am not the devil. I don't know how to prove it to you, but I seriously don't do the satanic things. I don't have pentagrams all over. The Holy Spirit is in me. God is here with me. Daniel James Whitco serves me every day. You guys make me sick. That you would betray me because you thought he or I am the devil. You have not read enough about me in the Bible. It's not a surprise. I don't always play fair. I don't always do what humans want. I don't always please the human race. I certainly don't do evil. I do good and righteous deeds. So I fight for what is right, and I fight for my own creation, whether they like me or not. Daniel's not necessarily me or Jesus in the flesh, but he might as well be. Today, he pretty much single-handedly, with me and Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, contained the devil and rid the world of evil. And now I'm doing the work to get back at anyone else who is my enemy on this earth, who wants to defame me or call me evil, including my mother and my auntie, and anyone else who wants to spread evil rumors about me. Slander and gossip. Stay up to date, keep up to date, and listen carefully to me. I'll tell you a story. Number one, I'm not the devil, and this isn't Diablo 2, and I'm not Deckard Cain, and I'm not the Wanderer. I've always wanted to be a paladin, though. Wouldn't God want to be a paladin? Yes. He'd probably rather be the paladin than to use one for himself. This sounds awesome. I'd rather, and that's what I did. I chose to be one for myself. Surprise. No shock to most people. Most people read their Bible or their Quran. They wouldn't be shocked to hear that I would be a paladin or a person like this. Whether I'm role playing or for real or not, either way, I would totally do that. I imagine you would too. It would be a lot of fun. And it is. Don't ruin it for me. I made it all. Don't ruin my fun by making me kill everyone. I'll do it. But it'll be sad. I'll be all alone and I'll resurrect one person at a time, depending on who I feel like I want to hang out with. Otherwise, fuck off and enjoy your fucking life. And tread carefully with me. And I'm not going to tell my mom and my auntie this. They'll send me to the mental institution. I imagine most of you would too. Please don't. I hate that place. I have a blood clot in my brain, and they want to shove lobotomy ice picks in there to try to help me get it out, for fuck's sake. Medical science, high level tech. Fucking bullshit. Do yourself a favor and avoid those places at all costs, please. Don't go there. They'll give you a blood clot in your eyeball and your brain. And saying, I'm helping. You need a blueberry. He's gonna be just fine. What the fuck? Brain comes out of my nose. Oh, cool. You got it. You did it. You saved my life. Thank you. I'm gonna be alright. The fuck's wrong with you guys? That is no way to treat anyone. At all. And for fuck's sake, me of all people. What's wrong with you all? I'm not trying to surprise you. I want to be straight up with you guys, honestly. If I tell you straight up, you better fucking listen. I am who I am, just told you who I am. And I'm pissed off. Here, I know how to cool off. Here, check this out. I'm still pissed off, though. Beyond understanding. Yeah. No, no joking. I can't see a thing. That guy should be dead by now. Hope he is. Where did that video I had to go? Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of these incredible...
No. Where'd it go? I want my Pokimane video. Not that one. Carefully. And then make this for yourself. No. Where's my
From the
Pokimane
majestic
video?
palaces of Saudi Arabia.
Where's my Pokimane video? Where's my fucking Pokimane video? Damn it. That's the one. On. That one.
I was hammering the tent.
I like Pokemon. I want to watch it.
Hello.
Hi.
Today is camping day. I've never gone camping before. I'm very excited, very nervous. Aria's picking me up soon. I'm nervous because like what if I hate it? But I'm excited because I think it's always nice to disconnect, and I've never really gotten to be in nature the way that you do when you're camping. And it's a shame that this is my first time camping because I grew up in Canada. Should I not have gone camping by now? So
It's not all
it's
that
time to
great.
go.
It's not that great. It's not all that. It's cut out to me. It's not that great. Rich person camping. Holy shit.
Thank you. Wow.
Rich person. That's not how poor people camp. We have small tents and it rains in the mud everywhere.
Look who's coming with us.
Michael Reeves?
Hello, baby.
Lily Pichu? Oh my god, that was funny.
Whoa. How are you?
That sad camping trip you guys went on reminded me of when I went on. I went on a sad camping trip with my dad one time. But I've been on many camping trips with my dad and brother and Boy
Let's
Scouts.
Let's
And,
go, baby.
I guess family. Yeah, mostly with dad.
Hello.
Not mom sometimes.
Do you see this?
Not by myself.
I was hammering the tent,
Family.
and then the hammer bounced off the nail and hit my head.
Normal family.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's
Mom and
very
dad.
funny. I wish
And then
So I'm
dad
not saying sorry, you're laughing way too hard.
and dad's family.
Oh, I wish I saw that.
He likes
No, dog
camping.
Oh, they have dog
Yeah.
diapers?
Yeah, that's how the tail can come out.
Oh my, the way she sits.
I don't. I don't ever really have ever liked camping,
Tent time.
but I always go because he makes me feel guilty. And he would never give us the nice tent. He would always have the shitty small one. Because apparently I don't like camping, so he makes it so I don't like camping anyway. What the fuck? Hey, you get what you deserve, you get what you expect, I guess. That's what my dad's like. Yeah. I've always been like, why can't we have the nice one? Why can't we have the nice big tent? Or at least the medium-sized tent? God. I'm so sad I never had a girl in the tent. Except for mom. There were never ever any girls
Moving
you
everything
get to
under.
sleep
But
with
the tent is
at
done.
all. I've never, that I'm aware of, got to sleep in a tent with some random chick I liked. What?
That's the table one.
I wish.
Waterfall. Oh yeah.
Maybe one time,
The dogs
but I don't
are
think so.
Oh, careful.
Oh shit.
Stop raining a little. I've got my little hat on. It's so nice out here. Look at this.
You never slept with a hot chick in a tent? Really?
Penguins,
I'll have to go
penguins.
check my memories. I probably blocked it out.
Good
Probably
job. Good
dramatic
job.
or something. Or inappropriate, like that was someone's wife or some shit. Probably. Yeah. Eventually you get tired of not having a chick to do in a tent after a while. It drives you insane and you just have to bang some random chick. And it doesn't matter who it is, even if it's your mom. And I would block that out. But
What are we cooking?
I hope it wasn't.
Barbecue.
Whoa! Aria brought this to cook a mackerel in. It looks like
I'll
a beaver
definitely
dip.
forget.
We got all our seasonings, all our stuff.
Sorry. Dad. Or whoever did. If it was someone's wife, I feel really bad. Or if it was my cousin, for fuck's sake. Or if it was some girl who I actually liked. I also feel bad.
It's beautiful.
It's too, if it, you can
Seriously.
Dude, he's like full chef and it's like a better setup than my home kitchen.
The
I don't
dogs
even-
are out.
don't show these for free.
Oh, I'll censor them, don't worry.
I really don't.
Okay, little camping
I
update.
wish.
It's been so nice
I,
so
I,
far.
I,
feel
I,
really
I had a
lucky
crush
to
on this one
have
girl and this
friends
other
that
girl are
know so
sisters,
much
but I
about how
don't
to
think I
camp.
did them.
Wow. Oh, Arya had to go to an event.
My dad's
so she's
friend,
there for
Mark.
a couple hours and then she'll be
My
back.
dad's friend,
This has been
Mark,
cooking for
had
like
some
an
hot
hour-ish, and I've
daughters.
just been reading, and I feel
But I don't think
very
we ever did
disconnected.
anything.
I realized, you know, you always want to disconnect, take time off your phone, whatever. But it's so much
More
easier to
likely
disconnect if you
cousins.
force yourself to physically be away from things. And really, really good for you.
And maybe a random girl from the beach. That would be mine. For me. And I might have found a bunch of random girls. That's my doing.
Something I've really liked about camping is
That's my
everything you
business.
buy and use.
That's
is
how I
so
got
efficient. It's
STDs.
incredible. There are so many cool gadgets and equipment for
Probably.
camping. Like,
I really don't.
I look, you want to go on like a camping shopping spree. There's almost like a level of stress that you feel sometimes when you're at your home because you see so many objects all around you and you know that all of those objects are your responsibility. So
I
being
think
in like a small space,
my
you have,
dad
like,
and
one
other
bed,
people
one
said
change of
you
clothes,
can't
that's
do
it.
that,
It's
Dan.
very
You
mentally
can't do
freeing
all
in
the
a way.
girls
So
at the beach.
really like
in
camping
the
so far. I
urinal
decided
stall.
I'm just gonna come chill in the tent. Gonna let the boys
In
do
the
the boys
porta potty.
thing. I miss Arya. Yeah, and I'm really
Alright.
tired, so
I'm like,
I might even just go to sleep.
you caught me. Are you gonna go
How's it
teach me
coming
a lesson?
along?
Meyer has arrived.
Oh,
Yeah, we have to go do something else then. Causing a scene.
It was just.
I wouldn't block that out of my memory. That's all. Only happened one time,
Good morning. It's already
and I
raining.
guess I got in
We're
trouble.
making a bit of coffee, and we set up the fire. I hope it doesn't go out.
I don't think I got in that
And
much
everyone's
trouble.
squatting all
But
the
it seemed
time.
like I caused some problems. No one really cared. They didn't really care. They just thought, Dan, didn't you go ride on a jet ski or go do normal things?
Right here? Okay.
And I was like, I'd rather
Do I get it?
not.
Yeah.
I'd rather play in the arcade.
Thank you.
That's not the arcade.
I'm about to cook the eggs in this.
It's better than the
Oh,
arcade.
that's gonna be so yummy.
Most of the time at the arcade, you don't do the girls or boys.
Mwah.
There's no trans person at the arcade normally.
Yeah, and then you, I think, like, everything should remain.
The girls like to watch you play them. That's all. They watch you play the video games. And so do the guys.
I love these tent
But
storage
normally the guys are like,
solutions,
"Can I
the
play?"
thin
I'm like,
ventilation,
"I
the
guess.
light, nightstand,
Don't take all day though.
heater, charger. Like,
I'll
this
be
is
here
a
all
home.
day.
This is an actual home.
It doesn't throb anymore. I do feel like I can see better.
Can I touch it?
And then I wait,
Is it kind
and
of
they're still there. I'm like, come on.
No, your third eye has really opened
There's like
during
one
this
game.
camping trip.
It's Gauntlet Legends.
Guess who's back?
Gauntlet
Arya.
Legends
Hey.
at a snow ski board resort. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. That's my favorite.
Oh, it works, yeah.
You can watch
Is it not that? It's like
Inferno.
some of
Did you download
Yes,
it?
I downloaded it.
Let's go.
We have to watch it.
Fuck yeah.
Yay!
But the girls,
I got it.
there's a girl who was like,
Here, let me
cool.
show you what I got. Oh my god. You didn't have to give me
I was like, yeah.
this.
It is
Have,
cool.
and I really love. What is it? This? No, you gotta open that. It's too cute. Okay. I'm gonna open. It's too cute.
And she's like, can I play with you? And I was like, yes.
And she's cuter inside.
Oh my goodness!
But don't suck.
Thank you so much. It's perfect.
Remember when you got us all those glitters?
If you fall behind,
She's like, is
probably
that yours?
gonna
I'm like,
leave and let that guy
it's the
over there
best.
play.
It charges in its own case. It's
And
sickening.
you just put the little.
Don't be slower.
Sickening.
Don't.
Great for traveling. I love it.
Don't be
Little
better than
bougie
me
girls.
either. For fuck's sake.
It's like a
Don't.
caveman's first fire.
Don't outshine me.
Cheese
I'm
ramen.
doing good.
That's good.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, good. Yes. That's what makes it healthy. Do we have any more eggs left?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we get the eggs? Eggs, yes.
Whatever. That's what they normally say. Whatever. That's just one girl. There's one girl. At that particular place, there's only one girl and she left.
We're gonna get some shell in there. Woo!
She went to go
No
do
worries,
actual
girl. Look what I
snowboarding or
brought.
some skiing or
I got all the gadgets. Oh. You know, somebody will get it in their mouth, and then it's gonna have like a little crunch.
and I said, no,
Where did it go?
Don't.
We definitely saw it.
but she did. She went to go play with her family and friends.
They're like orange.
Right? I adore it.
Yummy. Is it his? Cheesing. Yes.
We
I
didn't
don't
burn
like
the
that.
tent.
Yeah. Nice.
Really don't surf.
Looks so good.
You'd rather ski and snowboard than play this with me.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Love this.
I'm so full of myself, honestly. But yeah, I don't really care.
The ramen? Right? It's his.
And these guys
So cute.
would rather play the
Cheers.
game too, so I just ended up kind of not wanting to anymore.
It's a squishy
Because there's
ball
only
type
one
burger.
game, for fuck's sake. There's like the smallest arcade in the world. One arcade game. Maybe like two.
Imagine the fish just falls
Three.
right now. I would cry.
It was sad. And it wasn't even 1080 snowboarding. I would imagine they would have like a snowboarding game
That's the vibe,
or
bro.
something at that place. Weird. It's like, this is actually perfect though. For the people who don't really want to do that, there's this.
You look like Master Chef.
That's smart. Or aren't good at this, play this. Yeah. Gauntlet Legends. But also, it would be cool if they had that game too. A snowboarding game. That would have been cool. I'd rather
Look at this.
play that.
This is
than
not the most beautiful
actually
grilled fish you've
snowboard
ever seen, Kevin.
Or ski.
It's so beautiful. Thank you.
I've
Teal.
never
Thank
played
you.
a skiing game. A snow ski game.
Wow, so good.
Have you?
Girl, I know you're using it.
Wonder why they don't do that. That would actually be fun.
Isn't it yummy?
I like skiing better than snowboarding, actually. It's more easier to understand.
Really dry.
Snowboarding is actually very hard, and it hurts if the bunny hill is ice.
I kind of want some pog.
At
Some
nighttime.
passion orange guava.
Ouch.
Cheers. Our pog.
I'd never. I would like it if the hill I was on was a little bit softer when I tried snowboarding. But there was no way I was going to get good at it. I think I broke my coccyx. It hurt. I did not enjoy it. First. No. Oh.
Basically done. So we have to do the two big.
My butt was never
we
the
helping with
same.
Yeah, we are.
I fell on my ass on the ice.
It's raining so hard, but we still have
Trying to even just go down the small hill for the beginner. Could not even. At all.
Oh no!
It hurt. Because it's like, how am I supposed to learn when it's ice, dude? No. It's ice. It was ice.
Your head is smaller than
Yeah.
Hey, it's got a big brain, okay?
No.
Our camp.
I could not. And then to go up on that big
Please
hill?
come
Fuck
on.
no. I would not even last. I would die. I would fly into a tree. I'd rather break my coccyx than die flying into a tree. For real.
I think coming on this
That's
trip
sad.
and Gucci inviting me on this
Yeah.
trip is
I'm serious. Not that bad. I'd rather live and be a nuisance than to die as no order. Yeah. Something I never really liked in real life anyway. Yeah. Not what I want. Sounds like evil, brother. Aki Dearest.
Oh my god. I'm still trying to think. Oh, I have chills, dude. No, I don't. Oh no, no, I don't want to talk about this. I can't even look at it. Hey friends, it's Aki Dearest. So today we are going to be looking over some photos taken throughout history, and a lot of these photos may not seem like much when the average person sees them until you look at the background behind each and every one of these photos, because I guarantee you that as innocent as many of these photos may look, a lot of them have a very disturbing background. Now, surprisingly, a lot of these photos, I want to say almost all of them, have nothing to do with Japan, which is like the core of my channel if you're new here. So I'm going to go through them, and not only am I going to be giving my reaction to these, you guys are also going to be given a little bit of a history lesson, which I know is quite of a weird feeling to actually leave with something valuable after a reaction video. But we are going to try our best here, and I'm going to go through with them with you guys.
With 4 gigs of RAM.
Okay, so for our first photo, it doesn't look like much. We have a content young man smiling in the distance. He's wearing a suit and tie, and considering it's in black and white, I'm gonna guess that maybe this is taken around the 1950s. Now, I don't know how many of you already know who this is, but I do feel like his work has definitely gotten a lot more popular within the past year for whatever reason, but this man's name is Will.
Oh boy. Okay. Here. I'll try. Hold on. Here's what you have to do. Yeah. Put that down here and down here. Turn this one off. This is the main computer. Oh, that's cool. Wait for the task manager. Pets lame. That's so lame. You do this. That's a touchscreen too. How dare you make use of that old piece of crap? You want it back? It still works. Good. You're on Wi-Fi? What? Yeah. I don't understand.
William, I feel like I'm gonna butcher the last name here, Utermohlen, and he was a figurative artist as he was growing up, and here is some of his work right now. He definitely goes more into the abstract field in art, so it's really, really fascinating stuff. And unfortunately, with this gifted artist, in 1995 he was actually diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. It's basically mostly common in the elderly. Unfortunately, those who are unlucky enough to experience this, their brain starts to age also, also, and it gets smaller and smaller, which causes a lot of the memories that you've built along your life to start fading away. So as time goes on with Alzheimer's disease, you start to forget your family, your friends, even yourself, and then eventually it comes down to even basic human functions, to the point that you need a caretaker 24/7. It's almost equivalent to being dead. This artist, William, was one of the unfortunate people that was diagnosed with it. So after that, he started a project by making a self-portrait of himself every year after he got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and this is where the real creepiness starts. So here are the photos, and you can see the first photo here. This is just a sketch of himself, and it's beautiful and it's very detailed. But then the next photo that we have here, it's a lot more solid colors, it's a lot more distorted, and then as the years progress, it just becomes more distorted. And what is really, really sad is towards the end, you can kind of see that he almost doesn't even have the energy to keep drawing on the paper. But definitely he has lost his ability to even draw. But I think that this project was a brilliant idea that he had, and I'm sure that maybe he told somebody to remind him to draw himself as the disease started to get worse.
I think Alzheimer's is actually just the elderly people getting tired and old, and as they die, they start to like stop caring if someone's poisoning their water, and like everybody poisons the elderly and regular people too. But regular people are young and they get through it, but the poison affects the elderly because they're dying. Oh, I get poisoned regularly in my water and in other stuff too. But since I'm young, it affects me less. As you get older, the poison starts to actually affect you because you're dying. Oh, really? Normally, you should actually still have a brain there when you're older. And it should work fine as long as you have blood flow and then die. Yeah. But since people are evil and poison people regularly all over the world, that's what happens, I think. To be honest, people poison our water supply all the time, based on all sorts of behavior, because they're evil, and because people are Christians and stuff. Yeah, people poison people all the time. It's unheard of the amount of poison people receive, and no one cares. It's noticeable when you taste your water. Yeah, when you're older, you don't care anymore. Stop complaining. Take it as it comes and die slowly. I know, right? So that's what I think happened. And I think we should stop poisoning each other at all times. That way Alzheimer's doesn't even happen anymore. And then you'll see that the elderly are very wise and able to survive and think. And then they get a little slower like me. And then they kind of just die. Like, that's natural. That's how people are supposed to die. Slowly. Naturally. Like they're falling asleep and they die. And they don't need caretakers. Unless it's like the last few months or weeks of their life. That's the only time. Seriously. It's the only time, naturally, people should ever need caretakers. They're about to actually die of old age. Or sin, even. in the Bible is what kills people. That's what entropy is to a scientist. The more you sin, the faster you die, or the slower you die. Either way, it creeps upon you. But some people die suddenly, and some people die slowly, based on their sin or lack of sin. Right. That's sad. Yes. Plus all the other human evil shit that people do. Okay. I'll get it. She wants me to take the Christmas lights down. Okay. Here, let's watch the Oculus video.
For him, because
I'll
most
get the
of us
lights.
just can't really comprehend what that fully means, to
promise.
forget everything,
She won't
to
let me
forget
do
who
it.
you are. So I feel like his art really kind of expresses that in a very morbid but realistic way, and as disturbing as this is, I also think it's brilliant at the same time. What's even more sad is that it says here that William passed away on March 21st, 2007, but his last drawing was, I think, not even in the 2000s, which kind of insinuates the fact that he's just forgotten completely about art, and so you kind of have to wonder what happened within the next 7 years leading up to the end of his life, and it's just terrible. Okay, so the second image that we have a group of friends here laughing and smiling and looking right at the camera. They seem to be on a bridge here, and they seem to be in uniform. And this is one of those rare group photos that are in black and white where I feel like the group is actually smiling. Most of the time they have a very stoic face. What sucks though is that the
Those
types
are
of people
Nazis.
that are smiling in this photo, they are all Nazis and nurses. But I actually have a couple of photos here. We have a line of women here. Again, I'm gonna assume that they're nurses. They're all eating, they all look very healthy, and we have a man playing the accordion as well. We have another photo here of officers and the nurses relaxing, having a nice day out, while in the meantime, I mean, looking at the juxtaposition of a relaxing group of people but a Nazi uniform is just horrifying, because you know that these people were just having a great time relaxing while millions of Jews behind them were being exterminated. I remember I did see these photos years ago, and so I kind of wanted to just display that here. Now going into the same timeline, we're gonna go on to our next photo here. This is another group of people smiling and having fun. No, none of them are Nazis as far as I'm concerned, but they're actually all celebrating a nice little Christmas party. But this obviously doesn't look like it's being celebrated in a normal home. At the last time I checked, I don't think homes come with a tunnel made of metal here, but you can see the top has like Christmas decorations. It doesn't look like a proper feast, does it, for Christmas? I see some cups, I see some scraps of food, and it's a lot of people huddled together. So you may be wondering, what is this photo? This is a group of people in London in, I think, 1944, celebrating Christmas in a bombing shelter. It is a very morbid thing to see, that people are still trying to make the most out of a terrible situation. And I mean, at least it's good to see that these people had some hope left in them, even though they're in this very scary situation, because I'm sure, especially nowadays, I feel like some people have lost faith in themselves to try and, I guess, find hope in a really broken world. I'm getting really deep here, but when I look at this photo, you know, I kind of think these people were literally living in a time where I think everyone thought at this point that the world was going to end, given what was going on. And so even then, they still managed to throw together a nice little party for everyone to enjoy. The next photo here, this is super morbid, and I actually just came back from the Philippines. But we have a family photo here taken in the Philippines. I believe this photo was taken in the capital, Manila, and it's New Year's Eve, which is even more morbid because I just celebrated New Year's Eve in Manila. Now, you may not think much of this photo, but let me just zoom out.
Yes, not my plan.
Oh my god, this photo. Okay.
That's scary too.
I still get goosebumps looking at it too. Okay, so the man that took this photo, his name is Ronaldo Dagsa, and he was a Filipino politician, and he was celebrating New Year's with his family, and he is very well known as the politician who was able to take a photo of his own death. So this man over here to the left, his name is Arnel Buenaflor, and it says here that he was associated with a gang in the Philippines. He essentially went there to assassinate the cameraman, and he succeeded. So Ronaldo actually did go to the hospital, but because he was shot in the head, he unfortunately passed away. And the one who assassinated him was arrested, but it seemed like he had no remorse for it. So as far as the motive goes, I mean, this was a politician that he was shooting at, so I'm sure it was something political. But over here to the right too, now I'm gonna guess that this is one of the relatives, but he's looking literally right at the killer to know what happened afterwards. It's horrifying. Okay, so for our next photo.
Scary.
Now, I'm sure that this case was pretty big, especially in the US, and especially amongst true crime people who are familiar with this photo, but this man is named Travis Alexander, and he is actually the victim. Now, this woman's name is Jodi Arias, and she is the ex-girlfriend of Travis Alexander, the man that you just saw in the previous photo. And she is in jail with a life sentence without parole for killing Travis Alexander. Now, the reason I put this in here is because her case is so infuriating and insane because of just how much of a compulsive liar she is, no matter how much proof that the team had on her. Definitely look up her case if you're someone that likes true crime. She took this photo, and then literally right after this photo, she stabbed him 27 times, slit his throat, and shot him. I can't remember if it was that in exact order, but those are all the things that she did. She was an obsessive ex-girlfriend that just couldn't take rejection well. He didn't want her back, and so she did what she did. It was pretty prominent evidence when they were able to recover not only this photo, but actually there's another photo of Travis on the ground of his bathroom dead with his throat slit. Even with that hardcore evidence, she still had the guts to say it wasn't me. To be honest, I really feel like I never wanted to throw someone off a building more than her when I was watching this. Okay, so the next photo, this one's a little bit more disturbing to look at, so I apologize, but we have two Chinese citizens here with a disease called leprosy. To be honest, this is the only photo of leprosy that I've ever seen. I've heard about it, and in China alone, leprosy existed for almost 2,000 years. Now, it's a slow-growing bacteria that essentially just destroys your skin and also your nervous system. And the thing that a lot of people didn't understand at the time was that this was not contagious. But those who were ignorant enough to not listen to the doctors or the news at the time just ostracized these people. These people were completely shunned by their communities because of the way that this bacteria made them so disfigured. And so I never saw what leprosy actually did to a human being up until I saw this photo, so I just thought it was kind of important to show on camera. Now, I say it's disturbing to look at, but now with that background information, it's just a really sad set of circumstances because it wasn't these people's fault. So now all that we're left with as far as the disease goes is just photos like this. Okay, so for our next photo, we have a man here that is really deeply submerged underwater in what looks like a very dark and tight space. Now, this looks almost like a basement, but I don't really think so. But those are doors, or what looks like doors in the background, and that looks like some sort of like dog bowl floating up. And the name of this man is Harrison Okene, who became what's called an accidental aquanaut in 2013 when he survived more than 60 hours at the bottom of the ocean by breathing through an air pocket. Okay, I didn't get through I didn't get that far when I was looking this up. 60 hours? I thought it was like 48. And I thought that this was just like a little boat. I didn't think it was at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, hold on. Well, let's just read this. In 2013, the 29-year-old Nigerian cook was working on board a tugboat when it capsized in heavy seas. They were about 32 kilometers off of the Nigerian coast at the time of the incident. The ship eventually settled 30 meters down on the seabed, upside down. Everyone drowned except Okene.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, you found one,
She
yeah?
was just trying to
He's alive, he's alive. Okay,
kill
keep
her.
him there, keep him there.
She did that.
Alright, just keep him there and keep him calm, okay?
So, I don't know what to
Okay.
say.
I was not there. Keep on praying. When I prayed for some time, I stopped. And I said, God, let that will be done as it is in heaven, because I have tried my best. And I have called on you, and you have never failed me before. You never failed at all in my life. So as I said that, to me, if death comes, let it come. If death did not come, I know He's going to rescue me.
Oh my God! Oh, I have chills, dude. I have chills. What a successful survival story. But oh my God, he must have been so terrified. I mean, I know he could breathe, but there must have been some like complications by him being underwater for that long, right? Like, the next challenge was getting Okene safely to the surface, because after such a long time at depth, Okene had absorbed potentially fatal amounts of nitrogen. Bringing him suddenly to the surface would induce a deadly attack of the bends. Definitely. That's dangerous. This guy is literally living in an air pocket. The fact that all that happened was that he lost consciousness is honestly a miracle, because I feel like you could easily die. Sorry, I'm going into like more scientific things, because like that's what was on my mind this entire time, was just how the fuck do you live in an air bubble for that long with no food? It does say here though that when he was brought to the surface, he spent 2 days in a decompression chamber. He suffered from peeling skin, reoccurring nightmares, and insatiable hunger. This happened in 2013, but what was crazy is that even though despite this happening, he actually became a certified commercial diver in 2015. What a great story. God. Can I just end the video there? Like, do I have anything more? No, I don't. Oh, no, it's the last photo. No, I don't want to talk about this. I was really feeling motivated in life, and now this next one. Okay, we're just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so we have a photo here. The man on the left, his name is Carl Tanzler, and he's holding a photo of a woman named Elena Helen Milagro de Hoyos. I'm just gonna say Elena and Carl for now. Carl is holding a photo of Elena, and in case you're wondering, no, Elena is not his wife. Carl had remembered that throughout his childhood, he always dreamed of a dark-haired woman that was believed to be the love of his life. And when he grew up and he went to this hospital, and so just looks to bed now. Isn't that great? So that was all.
Good night, Aki. Thanks for whatever that was. You brought us all down, Bruce. Me, it's all sad. Aki, why do you do this true crime stuff? You're a strange one. I don't care. I don't judge you.